Everybody, Rich with Prep You down here in the bunker, one of my favorite places to hang out. Hey, today is January 14th, 2023. It's a Saturday, so it must be time for your range tip of the week. And this range tip is pretty important, especially for all you new firearm owners or even your old firearm owners like myself who've had firearms forever. The question is, should I break my firearm in slowly? The simple answer to that is yes, absolutely. Sure, I'm really old. Firearm technology has changed, but it's still made out of metal and polymer and all that kind of stuff as time goes on. And in the manufacturing process, it always leaves or possibly can leave burrs and pieces of plastic and pieces of metal in your barrel, in your chamber, in, your magazine could have flaws in it. You want to check out and make sure that your firearm is operating properly. Plus, it also gives you a chance to slowly learn your firearm, the trigger, the reaction, how it feeds, and stuff like that. Um, I was taught early on with my father that all firearms, every kind, shotguns, rifles, revolvers, semi-automatics, need to be broken in. Take your time, shoot a round, clean it, shoot a couple rounds, clean it, shoot a couple more rounds, clean it. Now he didn't have what was convenient to us today is a cleaning snake. A cleaning snake is a great way of keeping it clean. One of the big things that a snake will do is it's got brass teeth on it. Every time you have a bullet come up that ramp and into the chamber, it leaves a little bit of brass behind. So a snake is a great way to clean that. Plus, it pulls all the crap out that you can't always get with just going in with a piece of cloth and some cleaner. So some manufacturers have it totally listed out in their book that how to clean it or not clean it, how to break it in. Others don't mention it at all. I think it's just a really good idea to make sure that you take the time and you break your firearm in so you and it can have a very long, loving relationship. It's very important. But let's see what the experts say about that. So, do you need to break in your gun? And the basic thing is yes. Yes, you do. And yes, you should. The big reason is many guns benefit from it. Semi-automatic weapons are a type of gun that can benefit from a break-in process. One of the reasons you want to do this with a semi-auto is to work the trigger pull. You want to make sure the trigger is smooth and operates as it should. Um, some rifle owners claim that if you break it in properly, nice and slow, you end up with smaller groups. I don't know. I always break my firearms in rifles, shotguns, and pistols. You can also make it easier to clean. When you first get that firearm, I like to take it apart and clean it, and then put it back together again, and then fire it, and then go through my break-in process. My break-in process may take one or two trips to the range. I just don't want to get in there and just fire a whole bunch of rounds without making sure that it's operating properly. Breaking a gun can smooth out any machine marks or rough spots that are left from the manufacturing process. There's no simple process. It basically comes up to your own. You can Google, how should I break in my blank, whatever you want to do. The main idea is to clean the gun, shoot it, clean it again, and then repeat the process. The idea is that when a bullet travels through the barrel, it will scrape off any rough spots. Then if there's any material in the barrel, it will come out when you clean it after each round, which makes perfect sense. Some manufacturers recommend doing this process up to 20 times to break in a firearm. Others don't say anything. The methods are endless, absolutely. Some prefer to shoot one round, then clean the gun, a couple more rounds, then clean the gun. That's the way I like to do it. That's the way I've always been taught. Next, they'll shoot 5 rounds, clean the gun, 10 rounds, and then so on. We see that a lot in the range with guys that more specifically bolt action rifles. They just like to do it that way. Um, when cleaning the gun in the break-in process, make sure to use quality cleaning solutions such as Hoppies. That's all I've ever used. There's many manufacturers with really good cleaning solutions and then gun oils. Some manufacturers, such as car, include instructions on how to break in their guns. Many don't. Many don't even mention it in there. Um, Gun manufacturers test new guns before they ship them off, but they don't clean it. Plus, you don't know how long that firearm's been sitting on the shelf, how well they oiled it, how well they, did they clean it at all? No, they don't. Just like it says here, they don't clean it off. And always use quality, good quality ammunition when you're doing this break-in process. Spend a little bit more money, although nowadays it's a lot more money, and use the good ammunition. Later on, after it's broken in and you're going to the range, you can just use a cheap. It's not really cheap. Nothing's really cheap anymore, but you can use the cheaper range ammo. So there you go. It's up to you. I say yes. Have a break-in process. Find out what a break-in process is good for you. I like you get the firearm. I know you want to jump in there. You want to you pick it up from you make your final payment or whatever, and you want to get right into the range. You want to fire it right off. You want to see how fast it will shoot, how everything will good. You make sure the range officer isn't watching. You want to rapid fire and all that kind of stuff, but don't take the time. Put together a good relationship or make a good relationship with your firearm so it lasts forever, because you and it are going to be around for a long time, and then hopefully you will pass that on to your sons or daughters, or let them fight over them, when you're gone. But a long, healthy relationship with your firearm starts with very slow, methodical break-in process. Those are my recommendations. That's what I think you should do. So thanks for watching. This was your range tip of the week for 1/14/2023. Should I break in my new firearm? So thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you next Saturday. Take care. Bye.